tens of millions of chess players online and in schools, and only a fraction ever sits down at a real tournament board, which is a shame, because that is the best part of chess. Nothing beats real pieces, real clock, real opponent across the table, the drama, the interaction. But how do you start? I had no clue as a first timer either. It is not complicated, but you need an insider guide. In the next 10 minutes, your insider guide to your first chess tournament, before you arrive, at the venue, during the game, and between games. Let's go! Let's start before you even leave the house. The first decision is also the simplest. Proximity, venue quality, and timing. Can you actually get there comfortably and arrive in good shape? A tournament 2 hours away with a 9 a.m. round 1 start has a real cost, especially for your first event. Start close and simple. The most important filter is the time control. Classical, typically 90+30, is the standard format for rated over-the-board chess. But it is a long day, or days even. When I started playing over the board as an adult, I began with blitz and rapid. I simply did not have the knowledge or the patience for classical yet. Most adults and children starting out are in the same position. I have a dedicated video on time controls if you want to go deeper, link in the description. The type of event matters too. A club event with 20 players is a very different day from a 200-player open. Start small. If you're finding this useful, a like helps more people find it. The tournament registration page will give you all the info you need. Before you register, decode the time control. 90+30 means 90 minutes of base time plus 30 seconds added after every move. A typical game is 3 hours. That tells you how long each game will last and how your entire day is structured. 5 rounds of 90+30 is a full weekend. Check which section fits you. Most events divide players by rating range or age. If this is indeed your first event, you are treated as an unrated player. Your online ratings do not mean much in the over-the-board world. Finally, check whether National Federation membership is required separately from the entry fee. Some events need both, and the membership fee can be a surprise. Also confirm the exact time the rounds start, especially round 1. Know the logistics before the morning. Venue address and parking. What time round 1 starts. How long the journey takes. Build in a buffer. Arriving stressed because you underestimated the journey is entirely avoidable. And sleep normally. You need to come well rested. This one I can confirm from my personal experience. A bad one, of course. Some countries and organizers want you to bring your own chess equipment. And in some, it is up to the organizers to secure it, like in Ireland. If you're a beginner, people will usually help you with this one. For classical events where notation is required, 2 pens. One will run out, disappear, or end up in someone else's bag before round 3. Score sheets are usually provided by the organizer. Food and water are not optional. Classical rounds last for hours, and tournaments rarely provide meals between rounds. A proper snack, something to drink, and food for the break between rounds are as important as the chess set. Hunger and dehydration cost games just as surely as missed tactics. Dress in layers. Playing holes vary wildly in temperature. In a recent event after freezing on day 1, I came with clothes I used during my Arctic visit. That's how cold it was. Hotel venues are usually good, while schools, sports halls, and similar locations can be tricky. You are finally there. Here is what the first hour looks like. If you registered online, which is how most events work today, you may only need to show up before your first game. But some events ask you to confirm your arrival at the registration desk by a specific time. Either way, aim to arrive 15 to 30 minutes before round 1. Being stressed about a late arrival is not the way to start any tournament, and even less so your first one. You want to walk in calm, with time to find your bearings. The first time to locate when you arrive, the playing hall, the registration desk, the pairings display, and the restroom. You don't want to be looking for one during a critical position of the game. More chess in plain English every week. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. The pairings tell you everything you need to know before you sit down. Your board number, who you are playing, and your color. White is always listed first, to the left. Find your name, confirm the board number, and check your color before you go anywhere near the playing hall. Pairings are mostly online or projected on the wall, but sometimes still printed out and placed on the tournament hall walls. If in doubt or your name is missing or listed incorrectly, find the arbiter. They are here to help. So what does the arbiter actually do in chess? Before the round, arbiter's job is information. After the round starts, it is enforcement of the laws of chess. If something happens during your game that you are unsure how to handle, stop the clock, call the arbiter. Do not try to resolve it with your opponent alone. In your first events, you are still unrated by your national federation and FIDE, and 0 is allocated to you for pairing purposes. Your online rating means very little to nothing here. Depending on your performance, you will get your first rating and that 0 will disappear, usually earlier from your national federation's rating than FIDE. The clock is about to start. Here is what the room actually feels like. Silence. No chat. No electronic devices to be seen or heard, so phones away. No community in the corner. No notifications. No background music. Just you, your opponent, the board, and the clock. For players used to the background noise of online chess, the silence of a playing hall is genuinely disorienting for the first time. 4 rules to know before you sit down. Touch only the piece you intend to move. Press the clock with the same hand that moved the piece. Do not say check out loud. Your opponent is expected to see it. And offer draws after your move, not before and never on your opponent's time. Chess etiquette goes much deeper. There is a full set of rules governing conduct, behavior, and procedure at a tournament. I'm covering all of it in a dedicated video on chess etiquette coming out next week. Everything you need is there. Every player in a rated classical event must keep a written record of all moves using notation. Notation is a full topic on its own. I'm preparing a crash course in a dedicated video coming out in a few weeks. The game is over. Here is what happens next. Between rounds, rest, eat, drink, go outside and get some air. A chess tournament is more physically demanding than most first-timers expect. Also, one of the best parts of any chess tournament is the community around the board. Talk to other players, the hallway, the cafe, the area outside the playing hall. You can even analyze a game just played with your opponent. Many tournaments have a dedicated analysis room. The first thing you will learn in chess is how to lose. And in an over-the-board chess tournament, you are expected to accept it well, or at least act like it. You need to lose to progress, and don't be depressed if it happens more often than not. We were all there at the beginning. The last tournament I played, I ended up with 0 points. Of course, I have plenty of very good excuses. In short, don't worry about it. Just don't give up. It gets better. See you at the board.